Hi, this is Jim Paris. I want to share with you today an excerpt from one of the most exciting interviews I've done in my 20 plus years of working in the Christian media. Now brace yourself, it's probably something a little bit different than you've ever heard me talk about before. A guy who was delivered from an occult lifestyle more than 30 years ago now has an amazing prophecy ministry today where he talks about angels and fallen angels and the coming deception, which he believes is a tie-in between Bible prophecy and UFOs. I want you to hear a brief excerpt from this interview, and if you look on this email, you'll see a link where you can go to sign up to be on my email list to be able to get more information about receiving the full length of this interview with L.A. Marzulli. Here's the excerpt.
Led me further away from a church into Eastern mysticism, into Carlos Castaneda, into the taking of drugs specifically for try to get into an altered state of consciousness. Drugs act as a springboard to take me into the second heaven where there are spirit guides and all sorts of occult activity continues. It's nothing new. Shamans have been doing this for literally thousands of years and continue to do so today. There was I took silver mind control, which is nothing short of attaching spirit guides to yourself. In other words, I basically became completely immersed in the occult.
Something was not right, so he gets out of bed, and this was at a time when my mother, who is now almost 70, she would have been a young child, and there were 5 children in the home. So he gets up, has this strange feeling, he's awakened, he gets up and walks down the hall in their tiny little 1,200 square foot house, and he looks around the corner into the room where their gas heater is. And he sees 2 beings. He describes them as more than 10 feet tall, with their arms outstretched. I said to them, imagine the scenario. A spacecraft lands. Maybe it lands on the lawn of the White House. Who knows? Maybe it's not going to happen like that. But in any case, a spacecraft lands. These beings get out, and they explain to us that we're not really created by God, that there is no God, that they came here years ago and created us, and they have all these answers for us, cure for cancer. They've got basically almost a cure for death. We can live forever, and they start doing these miracles. I said to this friend of mine, how many Christians do you think could withstand that type of a deception? And he just paused with his jaw hitting the ground. It'll come out of nowhere because most people would never expect anything like this. And the idea of tying in UFOs with this deception, and when we look at movies like the movie Knowing,
sure.
It looks like the seeds are sort of already being subliminally planted for us to begin to think along these lines.
No, I totally agree. But the church is blissfully ignorant of this. They won't look at it. Yet they every Sunday they meet and talk about the supernatural, talk about Jesus, talk about this, talk about the miracles of the Bible. At least some of them do. And yet they don't understand that the fallen one is manifesting, the supernatural is manifesting.